Alright. Okay, today we are going to look at few aspect on reflective writing. Kita akan tengok definition and then element of short story, requirement of assignment, what you need to do, do this, to accomplish this assignment. Alright, definition of reflective writing basically is the purpose of reflective writing is to help you to learn what from a particular practical experience. Actually, is combination what you learn and what you have experienced in your life, and we combine it and we produce a reflective writing. The connection between what you are taught in theory and what you need to do in practice. All right, it actually reflect so that you can learn what you have learned in class. All right, and in term of language, dia akan menguji you punya reading skill. Alright, what you read and you have to interpret it in your writing. Okay, so dia main dua benda lah, two skill, two component, reading and also writing. You read and then you have to write what you read. Alright, reflective writing requires a clear line of thought, use of evidence or example to illustrate your reflection. Bila you bagi reflection, every claim that you make, you have to quote dengan apa yang you baca lah, alright, line berapa, so that your argument is strong. And apa ni, macam you buat extended essay, kalau you buat argumentative, you must have evidence and every claim that you make in your writing. Alright, so basically reflective writing ni kita akan gunakan short story, alright, short story untuk you baca dan juga you analyze. Alright, so kalau you biasa dengan literature, I think since you form 1 ke yang you belajar literature tu? Is it form 1 sampai form 5 kan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, do you have
Yes, sir.
apa yang orang panggil dulu Comsas? Alright, it's actually literature that you have learned. So I think you are familiar with this element. So we have character, we have message, we have theme, we have setting, we have plot, and we have characterization. Ini adalah basic element yang ada dalam short story yang I say you kena analyze lah. So I can explain one by one apa benda and what aspect that you need to focus on each element. Lepas tu kita habis kelas. Senang ya, mudah. So I just refresh what you have learned when you were in the secondary school. Okay, pertama kita tengok setting. Setting tu apa dalam short story? So setting ni ada 3 benda yang you kena tengok ya. Dan bukan semua benda tu wujud dalam short story, tapi dia sama ada, right? What is the focus of the short story? It depends on the short story. So dia ada 3 benda. Pertama adalah place, where the short story take place. Alright, dia pertama adalah place. Dia akan talk about place, contohnya di kampung ke, di bandar ke, di tempat orang bekerja apa, right? Di kilang maybe. So place sometimes will be the main setting of the short story. Alright, kedua adalah when, bila cerita ni berlaku, zaman dahulu ke 80-an ke 90-an ke, modern ke. Alright, so masa main peranan because it shows the whether it's modern or short story tu berlaku dalam zaman yang dahulu kala ataupun zaman sekarang. Right, so itu juga setting you can focus on, maybe the year maybe mentioned in the short story. Tapi kadang-kadang benda tu tak di-mentionkan. Not all short story mention about the time. So another one yang insyaAllah akan ada is actually the culture practiced by the character. Culture tu apa? Siapa boleh define culture? Anyone? What is culture? Culture is actually lifestyle. So lifestyle of the character apa? Alright, mungkin dia tinggal di kampung, apakah cara hidup dia? Okay, mungkin dia hidup di bandar, mungkin what is the lifestyle of the character? Mungkin dia konservatif, maybe dia liberal, maybe dia religious. Alright, kat kampung tu mungkin religious. Kalau bandar tu mungkin dia sedikit liberal ataupun open minded. Alright, kalau dudukkan certain tempat yang ada perang, mungkin dia lebih culture dia lain sikit. Alright, sebab yang I tengok cerita tu bukan di Malaysia, so di tempat lain you kena tengok lah what is actually culture practiced by the character ataupun by the main character. So setting 3 benda, where, when and the culture practiced by the character yang you kena tengok, because I think it's very very important for you to know. Alright, second thing, character. Character tu apa? Adalah benda yang memainkan peranan dalam satu-satu short story. Dia tak semestinya manusia. Dia boleh jadi binatang. Ya. Ataupun dia boleh jadi benda non living thing, yang benda bukan hidup pun boleh. Ini contohnya kalau ada kucing dalam cerita tu, kucing tu dia memang dia tolong family tu, dia become therapy for that character, so dia ada peranan. Alright, so cat tu adalah juga character. Tapi kalau dia semata-mata adalah animal saja, dia tak ada peranan dalam short story, dia bukanlah character. So character is actually living thing who play role in short story. A living thing or non-living thing. Kadang-kadang ada juga benda yang tak yang bukan hidup tapi dia main peranan. Contoh macam mungkin cerita tu tentang satu buku yang telah mengubah orang punya hidup, contoh. So dia main peranan lah. So it's also the character. So basically when we talk about character, we talk about two things. Adakah character tu static ataupun dynamic? Static maksudnya dia tak berubah, dynamic dia berubah lah. Alright, dan tak semestinya static tu negatif, dynamic tu positif, tak. Alright, dia sekadar cakap static tu tak berubah, static. And dynamic dia ada perubahan. Perubahan mungkin awal cerita dia lain karakter dia. At the end, the middle dia lain, and at the end of the short story dia lain. Tapi kalau static, dia punya tu sama saja. Kalau dia jahat dia mula sampai habis dia jahat. Alright, kalau dynamic dia bukan ada perubahan. Mungkin dia daripada baik jadi jahat ataupun jahat jadi baik. Depend. Alright, so static character when faced with conflict or new environment, static characters do not change or evolve. Alright, their persona atau characterization can be naturally appealing, so they don't have to change for it to love them. Alright, ideal for heroic or charismatic or quirky characters such as Sherlock Holmes or Tom Sawyer. Selalunya watak-watak hero ni dia static. Tapi tak semestinya you kena tengok baca balik short story yang diberi nanti. Alright, dynamic character on the other hand undergo a change through a life event, conflict or other transition. Their flaws make them interesting and their transformation make them, dia akan jadi satu karakter yang mungkin suka because dia berubah. And tend to be characters who are central to stories such as protagonist. Alright, protagonist lawannya antagonis. Alright, selalunya protagonis ni watak yang watak protagonis ni dia macam lawan kepada antagonis. Watak utama dia mungkin watak yang menolong itulah. So boleh you cari dah. So yang you kena faham, static tu tak berubah, dynamic berubah. Alright, macam mana tengok? You tengok dia punya flow of the character. So character kita tengok dari segi situ lah. Alright, the next one, walaupun dia macam lebih kurang sama tapi dia benda yang berbeza, which is characterization. Okay, kalau karakter kita tengok benda tu static ataupun dynamic, tapi characterization kita fokus on the attitude of the character. Yang will be informed in a short story sama ada secara direct ataupun indirect. Alright, and it could be positive or negative. Ada attitude character dia positif, good, very good. Ada yang sangat negatif. Alright, and it is important to analyze the characterization because daripada situ you boleh faham the plot, you boleh faham character tu dynamic ke static, you boleh faham message, and sometimes you boleh faham the setting, especially when you try to look at culture practiced by the character. So basically characterization is very, very important. In short story, you will have a direct characterization or indirect characterization. Kalau direct dia akan bagi terus. Contohnya, Gary is nice and caring person. So characterization dia nice and caring. Selalunya kita fokus on adjective kalau kita tengok characterization. Alright, Gary can sometimes be very mean or rude. So mean and rude is actually characterization, sifat karakter tu. Tapi ada juga short story yang dia tak bagi secara direct, and you kena baca and you kena simpulkan sendiri. You gonna have to conclude on your own. Gary watched his little brother for 2 hours while the mother was ill, taking care of his every need. He did that without being asked, and he didn't ask for anything in return. So dia cuma explain the action. So how do you conclude? Sama juga, dia adalah seorang yang caring and juga nice ataupun kind. Alright. Number 2, the next thing I know, Gary was tearing up my rose garden, said Beatrice, his elderly grandmother, as she gave her statement to the police. She was still badly shaken after the attack. So menunjukkan Gary ni seorang yang mean or rude. Benda yang sama tapi the way author present it, whether direct or indirect. So you have to carefully read about the characterization of the character. Okay, sebab nanti dalam assignment you kena reflect on that. Alright, kalau so saya tak tahu apa characterization dia. You kena tengok kanan, selalunya mungkin dia gunakan indirect characterization. You have to actually conclude or infer on what you read. Alright, the third thing is kita panggil plot. Plot ni adalah storyline of the short story, and plot help you to understand how characters solve the conflict, problems ataupun dilema. Benda yang sama lah, konflik kadang orang panggil problem, kadang orang panggil dilema, is the same thing. Tapi benda yang mungkin you faham adalah problem. Dalam short story mesti ada problem, mesti ada konflik dan mesti ada dilema. Benda yang sama. Okay, benda yang apa yang problem yang dia hadapi. Alright, and actually main character lah yang akan responsible to solve the conflict. And kadang-kadang konflik tu mungkin jadi selesai, habis dia berjaya selesaikan, ada kadang-kadang dia tidak berjaya untuk menyelesaikannya, sebab tu kita panggil anti-climax. Kalau you mendengar anti-climax, maksudnya konfliknya tak berjaya diselesaikan. Alright, so dia juga inform sama ada karakter yang kita tengok tu adalah ada static ke dynamic daripada plot lah. Ini I think kalau you familiar, dia ada background, dia ada introduction kat sini, rising action, and then we have climax, we have falling action, and we have resolution. Alright, selalunya dia akan starting dengan introduction of character and setting. Alright, and then the leading up to the main problem ataupun konflik kat sini lah, konflik akan start kat sini, rising action. Lepas tu climax, this is when the problem reaches a high point. And then falling action, this is when the character work to solve the problem. Falling action ni kadang-kadang bila dia tak ada, dia akan jadi anti-climax lah. Ada certain short story yang tak ada falling action, maksudnya problem tu tak berjaya dia diselesaikan terus saja resolution. So dia anti-climax kita panggil. Okay. So far ada masalah ke tentang plot? Okay, guys?
Okay je.
Boleh Okay. I think this is quite interesting plot, because plot ni kita kena main dengan banyak benda untuk jadi kreatif. Main chronological order yang biasa yang I tunjuk tadi, chronological order. Kadang-kadang digunakan flashback. Director goes back to an event that happened early in time. Alright, kalau biasalah. Ataupun digunakan flash forward. Lawan kepada flashback is flash forward. Directly take readers to action happen in the future. Jadi, kalau you pernah tengok movie banyak, flash forward, dia pegang buku tu, dia dah terbayang benda yang akan berlaku future. Itu dah flash forward. Kalau flashback, dia buat something, dia tiba-tiba ada flashback tentang childhood dia ke ataupun whatsoever. Itu juga adalah flashback. Alright, benda tu berlaku bukan saja di movie, drama ke apa, tapi berlaku juga dalam short story. Cumanya bezanya kalau movie you boleh tengok, kalau short story you kena baca lah. Alright, so itu adalah actually how they the storyline creatively. Alright, how they plot the storyline creatively by using flashback, flash forward, and dia ada banyak lagi, tapi I cerita dua benda sajalah yang mungkin kalau cerita banyak nanti pening. So flashback and flash forward. Kalau macam ni adalah just chronological order macam biasa lah. Kalau flashback mungkin ada kat tiba-tiba rising action ada flashback yang sebelum ni. Kalau flash forward mungkin I don't know the climate itu ada flash forward, right? So you can actually creatively plot the storyline of flashback ataupun flash forward. Dia sama ada lah, you boleh pilih dulu kan kalau you sebagai author. Okay, this adalah contoh flashback and flash forward dalam short story. Okay, cuba you baca yang nombor 1, nombor 2. You rasa flashback ke flash forward? What do you think? Number 1 and number 1 lah, number 1 and number 2. In a story about a girl who is afraid of height, there is a flashback to a time when she fell off the top of a playground as a young child.
Flashback.
Flashback for sure lah, sebab ada perkataan flashback and cerita dia tentang seorang seorang perempuan yang dia sangat takut. Tiba-tiba ada flashback yang dia pernah jatuh daripada playground masa dia kecil. So tu flashback lah. Ataupun story begin with the scene of desolate destroyed town. Dia punya setting town yang sangat tiba-tiba musnah. Alright, and then the flashback sebenarnya sebelum dia town tu adalah sangat bagus, sangat membangun, full of life and people. Flashback. And of course the yang bawah tu adalah flash forward. Alright, in Stephen King novel The Dead Zone, the hero receives a special power of predicting a future or after a car crash. Through a physical contact, he sees the future and of a person. Dia sentuh benda saja dia boleh nampak future. Dia ada instinct. After some time, he feel cursed with the gift, like when he shake hand with the politician and flash forward to the future, seeing a nuclear war. Alright, dia boleh tengok disentuh orang ni, dia ni lah yang akan startkan nuclear war and so on. Itulah contoh flashback and flash forward dalam short story ataupun dalam novel. I think dalam movie banyak lah kalau you tengok, kalau you tengok Alright, satu lagi yang sangat menarik adalah plot twist. Okay, plot twist ni ni antara benda yang you kena buat dalam short story. Plot twist is a literary technique that introduce a radical change in the direction of expected outcome of the plot in a work of fiction. When it happen near the end of story, it is known as a twist and surprise ending. Maksudnya ending yang you tengok, you tak expect. You akan macam ni ke? Macam tu. Itu kita panggil plot twist. Maksudnya ceritanya taklah berakhir dengan apa yang you expect. Contoh kalau cinta-cinta, kalau you tengok dia orang bercinta, menghadapi tentangan daripada family ke, kalau family tak setuju, tapi dia kahwin juga. So happy ending. Kalau sad ending, mungkin dia mati ke apa and so on. Tapi plot twist ni something yang you tak expect langsung. Okay, you tak expect langsung. Okay, I am going to show you 2 short movie yang ada plot twist and you tell me what do you think. Okay, do you surprise ke tak surprise? Okay, I tengok I tunjuk yang warna hijau ni. Okay, next kalau you tak dengar please tell me tak dengar. Tapi I dah pasang ni the maximum one. Okay. So I tunjukkan contoh plot twist. Dengar tak? Dengar tak?
Dengar sir.
Dengar.
Kita tengok yang ni dulu
Sector Acquisition Site 2. Second triangulation beacon planted. Stand by for signal.
Copy that, Scarlet 1. Acquiring signal. Beacon 2 is now online, sir. Scarlet 1, proceed to third and final location. We're all counting on you.
Affirmative, sir. Day 127, Lieutenant Jane Lee, Senior Space Engineer. Beacon 2 is online, proceeding to third and final satellite triangulation site. This will be my final mission log before the 21-day post-acquisition lockdown. This planet has everything that we need. Highly elevated oxygen levels, clean, fresh water sources, a thriving ecosystem. Even the mountains give way to the forests and rivers. More importantly, this planet gives us hope. Hope to rebuild mankind. This place reminds me so much of.
Sir, receiving mission log 127. Fast forward to ending mission summary. Zoom in right here. Enhancing.
Command, do you copy? Triangulation Beacon 3 isn't responding. I require immediate assistance.
Scarlet 1, we're losing transmission. Do you copy? The Baringai are onto you. You need to get out of there now. Get to higher ground. I repeat, get to higher ground.
Sir? High ground?
Sir, we are LOS. Damn it!
Sir? Sir, do you copy?
Sir, signal is now back online.
The Barangai are hot on my heels. I can't shake them off.
Scarlet 1, we need to find that beacon now.
Final beacon planted!
Acquisition signal received. Charge of lasers to 100%. Stand by for final removal sequence. Ma'am, you're all done? Thank you. That's a fine job, sir. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. That's just what I needed.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay guys, what do you think? Macam mana? Posted to you surprised tak?
Surprise.
So macam you tak expect, sebenarnya tu bukannya pengembaraan angkasa lepas ke apa, dia just a treatment dia buat, tak tahu treatment ketiak dia ke apa ke, I don't know, tapi dia menunjukkan struggle on that. Tu adalah contoh plot twist dalam short story apa pun ada, and you yang kena buat plot twist tu, because maksudnya you kena focus on ending of the short story given and you have to twist the plot. And banyak cara lah twist the plot, macam-macam. Contoh kalau you tengok movie, banyak kita buat plot twist. Terutama cerita fairy tale, kalau you pernah tengok cerita Maleficent, Maleficent siapa pernah tengok? I think most of you pernah tengok kan. Maleficent tu adalah adapted from Snow White punya cerita. Kalau you tengok cerita asal Snow White, yang nak bunuh dia tu adalah ahli sihir, right? Tapi dalam cerita Maleficent dia telah twist the plot, ahli sihir itulah yang jaga dia, yang juga yang sayang dia sangat. Kalau you tengok Maleficent yang Aurora tu kan, dia dah twist the plot. So watak jahat jadi baik, watak baik jadi jahat, and so on. Okay, ni salah tu contoh cerita yang plot twist. Ni one more short movie pun I think menarik juga. Tajuknya The Call, tapi dia ni from India ataupun Arab, I tak sure.
alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Is Mama there?
No, she's upstairs getting ready. Who is calling?
It's Ismail. Is Baba there?
He's also upstairs getting ready. Do you want me to get him?
No, it'll be too late. Okay. Tell him he was right. I should have listened to him. I had dreams, ambitions, and hopes. I wanted the world and everything in it. And I fought for it with everything I had. I don't understand. I got into one of the best universities in the world. The world, Papa. And I'm about to leave and now you're stopping me?
No, beta, no. You're getting me all wrong, beta. You're getting me all wrong.
No. Why can't you just be happy for me and let me go?
I'm very happy for you, beta. I'm very happy. Only thing I'm asking you is why can't you find a university that is near to your home so that you can be with your parents,
that's not
beta?
what I worked for. You prepared me for this.
Beta, since you were the kid, I gave you the best material things in life, beta. The best of clothes, the toys, and you name it and you got it, beta.
And that's why I have to go now.
No, beta, but you're forgetting one thing. I forgot to show you the road to the masjid. I forgot to show you how to pray, your roots, your religion.
Don't do that. I'm about to leave and you're telling me to stop. It's too late.
No, beta. You go for the world and you will lose your akhirah, beta.
Baba, I have to go right now. Okay? I'll pray and go to the masjid when I'm your age, but right now I have to do this for me.
Beta, listen to me. Ismail.
I immersed myself into the world I fought for. I wake up, go to class, leave class and go to work, leave work and hang out with my friends. I subconsciously adopted a lifestyle completely devoid of my religion. And I didn't even take the time to learn how to pray. We had a masjid 2 blocks away from our dorms, and I never stepped foot in it once. I was once told that my purpose in life was to worship God, but I never took the time to understand Him. I didn't even put my faith in Him. In fact, I didn't just forget my roots. I completely neglected them.
Ismail?
Yeah?
I can't remember everything that you said.
Okay. Can you tell him one thing? Can you tell him that I love him?
Okay.
Ready to go, son?
I got a call from someone named Ismail.
Really? What did he say?
He said he loves you.
I love you too, Ismail. And by the way, if you see, this phone is still not connected. Once we finish moving it, we'll connect it.
Okay, go.
Okay guys, itu salah satu contoh juga. Tapi dia yang cerita yang pertama yang tunjuk dia telah twist dekat ending. Tapi cerita ni mungkin dia dah twist di awal. Dia menggunakan apa kita panggil tu flashback ataupun not really flashback, flash forward I guess. Okay, flash forward. Alright, kalau you perasan lah. So ini juga adalah contoh plot twist yang berlaku dalam movie dan juga boleh berlaku dalam short story. Alright. So you kena tengok lah because you kena twist the plot nanti bila dalam assignment. Alright, the theme and a message is also important in a short story because theme refers to the genre of the short story. Usually like romance, adakah cerita tu tentang family, maybe friendship, brotherhood, environment and so on. Alright, di banyak genre lah yang you kena tengok. And message, benda yang berbeza. Message is the values ataupun the moral value you can gain after you read the short story. Macam-macam lah, from the setting pun boleh you dapat, from the character boleh dapat, from the conflict, alright, from the plot itself, you can actually come up with something. What is the moral value that you can gain? Alright, to understand the message, you may analyze all the aspects mentioned before, like I said before lah. Okay, a story message is what the author wants to teach you through his or her writing. And some stories have a specific kind called a moral or a life lesson, alright, the values benda yang sama. You can find the message of story by looking at the character's action and focusing on what is repeated throughout the story. Alright, actually benda itulah yang kita panggil message yang ingin disampaikan. Selalunya banyak message yang ada dalam short story. Alright. Assignment, reflective writing is 20%. Kalau you dah baca dalam team I dah bagi, ini I just refresh ataupun I tunjuk kembali apa yang ditulis dalam instruction. Alright, where you have to choose 2 short story, dia telah beri 4 short story, you kena pilih 2 sahaja untuk you punya assignment. Alright, you have to write a 1-page reflection lebih kurang 200 ke 250 words. Alright, on each short story that you have chosen, in the reflection you have to state and briefly elaborate on the following item. Alright, you have to summarize. Alright, you have to you have to write your personal reflection, and you have to plot twist. You have to twist the plot at the end of the short story. So 3 benda ni you rangkumkan sekali, 3 paragraf lah maksudnya, 3 paragraf dalam lebih kurang 200 patah perkataan ataupun paling banyak pun 250. 2 short story. Ni untuk 1 short story lah. Alright. So you buat yang berbeza lah Alright, untuk paragraph 1, synopsis. Synopsis ni main dengan apa? Alright, bila kita cakap pasal synopsis, you kena faham tentang plot. Okay, plot you kena faham, setting pun you kena faham, characterization. So 4 benda. Bila you nak summary, 4 benda ni you kena really understand, and you have to combine it in 1 paragraph. By using your own word, bukan you ambil daripada mana-mana internet, you have to summarize on your own word, summarize the short story, provide relevant background information at the story, and summarize the main event to setting tu of the story from the beginning until the end, plot. Alright, in addition, state and describe the main characters in your summaries. Bila kita describe main character, you kena gunakan characterization lah. You kena explain tentang attitude dia, static ke dynamic, positif ke negatif, and so on. Kalaunya short story dia takkan ada banyak karakter lah, mungkin paling banyak mungkin 5. Alright, so you just focus on the main character. Alright, your personal reflection, satu paragraph. The next paragraph, alright, discuss what you like and dislike about the short story. It is open. You can have I love this short story. I dislike this short story. Tapi yang penting you kena bagi justification. Kenapa you tak suka this short story? Kenapa you suka? Kenapa you tak suka? Justification is very important. Kalau you just say I like this short story, full stop, maksudnya susah untuk bagi markah. Tapi you kena bagi justification, the reason why you like or dislike short story, and you can relate the short story to your personal experience and explain how the short story impact your life. Maksudnya you cakap I like this short story maybe because I have go through experience like similar to this short story. Alright, and then you cerita lah you punya experience pula, and then how this short story impact, maksudnya memberi kesan positif atau negatif kepada diri you. So kat sini you boleh ceritakan pasal diri you lah. So you can use the word I in this essay ataupun in this reflective writing. Alright. This is a requirement. Provide and elaborate at least 3 moral values. I think 3 tu banyak lah. Tapi dia memang nak 3 moral values or lesson or messages you learn from the story. Okay, 3. Apakah yang moral values, okay, from the short story? Sekurang-kurangnya 3. Lebih pun tak apa, tapi I rasa 3 is okay, just nice, because you nak tulis personal experience lagi. Alright, selalunya you kena tengok banyak aspek bila you nak cari moral values atau lesson ni. Pertama, you boleh tengok benda karakter tu sendiri, dia punya attitude lah, is it positive atau negatif. Kat situ boleh dapat you boleh faham message yang disampaikan oleh author. Second, setting, especially the culture yang di-practice oleh character. Third is in my opinion is plot. Okay, plot dia tu menceritakan something. Alright, so you boleh faham message daripada plot. So 3 benda. Kalau you tak dapat daripada character, you tengok plot. Kalau tak dapat plot, you tengok setting. So 3 benda ni is very important for you to analyze or to gain the moral values. Alright, so focus on message and theme on the short story and also your personal reflection on the element of the short story. Find the similarity, compare and contrast with your life. Okay, sama tak dengan diri you? Apa yang you telah lalui selama ni. Alright, and ending, this is very interesting. One paragraph, describe your opinion to the ending of the short story. Imagine you are the author of this short story. How do you actually twist the plot? Okay, so you kena fokus to the ending. Macam mana you nak twist jadi menarik? So something yang, like I said, surprise macam cerita tadi kan. Cerita tentang cerita tentang science fiction. Yang angkasa lepas dia pun punya setakat treatment, dia mungkin bersihkan ketiak dia sahaja. Alright, so it's actually funny and surprise for me. Alright, so make sure readers surprised and unexpected on the ending of the short story. And you boleh main dengan macam-macam. Contohnya karakter, jadi karakter ni nampak macam baik tapi punya dia lah yang sebenarnya dalang membuat jahat dalam cerita tu. Contoh, you boleh twist in term of plot. Alright, you boleh twist in term of setting ke. Alright, and you can do it creatively. Okay, main dengan banyak aspek dalam twist. Tapi jangan banyak sangat, twist sikit dah. Nanti tak faham pula kan. So this is actually the time for you to show your creativity. How do you twist the plot and focus on the ending? Macam mana you nak buat ending tu lebih menarik, lebih plot dan lebih twisted. Okay, lebih twisted. Contoh, saya bagi contoh lah kalau you tengok fairy tale kan. Kalau fairy tale ni tentang Cinderella dengan kakak dia diorang kan. And then ada Mak Tiri and so on. At the end of the short story, selalunya biasa yang cerita biasa, Prince tu dia akan kahwin dengan Cinderella. And mak tiri dia dengan apa ni, saudara tiri tu akan hidup, akan macam miskin dan juga tidak dipedulikan. Itu cerita biasa. Kalau kita twist the plot, maybe jadi benda terbalik. Okay, Cinderella tu yang still the same and kakak dia yang kahwin dengan Prince. Maybe. Okay, something like that. So because you go to the plot and you go to the character and twist it. Alright. Tapi yang cerita yang kita bagi bukanlah cerita fairy tale, tapi cerita yang lain lah yang you tak familiar. So yang paling penting you kena faham the short story first. Then you can know how to twist the plot. Alright. Your evaluation aspect for reflective writing is ada 5 benda, which is the summary. Alright, maksudnya 0 tu 9 tu maksudnya adalah rating yang bagi dia. 0 9, 0 tu maksudnya tak hantar langsung lah. Alright, description of the character. Ni adakah you describe the character well or not. Alright, positive or negative. Discussion on like and dislike. Alright, this is make sure kalau discussion maksudnya you kena bagi justification. And you can present both. You like the short story because what? And you dislike the short story because of what? Dia tak sebenarnya satu like, mungkin bagi dua-dua. Because you ada benda, ada certain aspect you like and ada certain benda you tak suka the short story. Alright, explanation on the moral values, ending plot twist, semua ratingnya adalah benda 0 dan 9. And overall mark itu short story 1 tambah short story 2. Divided to 90, lepas tu dia akan kali dengan 20 because dia assignment ni 20%. Ada soalan? Ada soalan tak?
No sir.
Ini adalah assignment kedua. And lepas ni tak ada assignment dah. Assignment you yang first adalah semalam, extended essay. Ini adalah assignment yang kedua. I bagi awal nanti you sempat buat. Right, from time to time. Ada soalan tak?
I think no sir.
Conclusion is reflective writing is actually the need you to understand the whole short story that you choose to analyze. Bukan setakat you ni, tapi you kena faham betul-betul. Because you nak buat analysis and you nak buat evaluation after that. So you have to read until you understand. Alright. All elements such as setting, plot, character, characterization and etc. are important to give deep understanding. Macam mana nak faham? You kena faham setting, you kena faham plot. All the aspect I mentioned or I explained before is actually benda yang akan membuatkan you memahami secara lebih mendalam. Alright. And then relate with your writing, with your personal experience or knowledge to accomplish the reflective writing. Selalunya reflective writing memang you kena combine dengan you punya personal experience. Alright. Sebab tu dah panggil reflective writing. Alright, this is actually reflective writing on theme. Kalau you tengok ada kat dalam inbox ni ada you click on reflective writing. Alright. Lepas tu you go to you choose the short story ada short story 1, short story 2, short story 3 and 4. You pilih dua yang mana you minat. You pilih yang mana, tak kisah. Okay. Lepas tu, lepas you dah faham, you analyse and then you go to reflective writing submission. Ada dua kat sini because ada dua short story kita buat. So pilih lah. Kalau ni yang first you buat yang reflective writing submission yang first and then the second short story. So I nak different separate reflective writing. Okay, supaya you lebih senang untuk I check. The due date is before week 6, nampak lagi, tapi kan you kena start awal lah because you ada dua short story untuk you baca. Alright, and actually before 17 of December 2020. Okay, itu sahaja. Ada apa-apa soalan tentang reflective writing?
No, sir.
Okay, siapa yang tak dapat dia punya dalam tip, beritahu I Sama juga macam extended writing, extended essay, you kena tulis kat situ juga, tak perlu nama pun, memang nama you dalam tu dah. Terus tulis. Alright? And it's actually auto save. Okay, auto save. Yang penting you baca and you pilih short story. Yang pertama tajuk dia 221B. Short story 2 Karim. Apa benda tak nampak. Short story 3 My Father. Short story 4 Unpaving apa dah. Nanti kalau you klik dia akan nampak lah. Alright, itulah short story yang telah diberi kepada semua kelas, right, for you to analyze for reflective writing. It's actually a combination between reading and also writing. We want to see how do you integrate these two skills. Alright, I give you earlier week 3 I bagi supaya you boleh buat awal lah because kita ada lagi lebih kurang 4 minggu kita akan end with the week 7. Kalau contoh you buat awal, so you ada masa yang awal untuk you study benda lain for final ataupun you nak buat test and so on. So I give you earlier, if you have free time, please do it. So for this week, you boleh start buat extended essay which is introduction saja, and maybe kalau this week untuk reflective writing, you baca dulu short story yang you minat. Okay, barulah next week apa benda you buat. So macam tu kita buat internet. Kita bukan buat last minute, kita buat berperingkat. Alright, jangan you tak buat langsung. Kalau you tak baca memang I cannot help. Alright, because this assignment is 20% guys. So please follow the due date. Alright, ada soalan tak before I dismiss? I think hari ni I habis awal because malam kita habis macam 2 jam kan. So hari ni I akan habis early lah. So ada masa lagi kan sampai 1:30. Please you can start on your extended essay ataupun you can nak baca reflective writing short story pun boleh. So that's why kadang-kadang I bagi masa yang banyak untuk student siapkan dia punya online task. Okay, ada soalan tak guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Faham
Sir.
Yes, yes, soalan?
Slide ni sir bagi
Yes. You boleh check dekat kalau you go to Teams. Jangan tunjuk Wait if Okay, kalau you tengok this is your Teams kan. You go to file. Nampak tak guys? Hello?
Nampak sir.
Okay.
Nampak sir.
And then you click to class material. So the slide I buat semula ni. Termasuklah hari ni punya reflective writing. See? Alright, yang tanya tadi, jumpa tak? Ke zaman ni memang you tak jumpa slide yang I bagi. So the files and then class material. So kat situ you boleh download ataupun you nak baca online pun boleh, terpulang pada you lah. Right, kat situ you boleh tengok I punya nota-nota and so on. Okay guys. Macam mana tak? Okay. Alright, kalau tak ada soalan, I think I better dismiss now. Don't forget to fill up your attendance. Sebab I tengok tadi masih belum cukup. Ada lagi lebih kurang 3 orang kot yang belum isi. Please fill up the attendance form dalam team sebelum 1:30. Sebelum 1:30, kalau you tak isi, you dikira tidak hadir. Okay guys, thank you so much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.